Hello, 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 hello. How are you? Thank you for joining me tonight. Here we are for another episode of Story Time with Paw B. My name is Brian K McNeill. I'm the sales confidence coach, but I also go by Paw B. That nickname was given to me by a friend of mine. Her name is Melissa, actually, because she seemed to note that I tell interesting stories, or she seemed to like the way I tell stories like a grandfather. I've had friends of mine tell me that I'm going to be the best granddad even long ago because I have all of these stories. So, a little while ago, I thought it might be fun to share some of these stories that I've accumulated over the years as a speaker and as a sales trainer, useful fiction stories. And tonight I have another one that I think is particularly good and particularly helpful. So, we're going to get right to it. Cue the music. Hey, yeah, come through, everybody come see. Story time with Paw B. Yeah. If entertainment is what you need, story time with Paw B. Yeah. Interesting, entertaining for sure. Stories for adults, parents, and entrepreneurs. Got you laughing, you gonna have a good time. Still educational, this is what you want now. Come through, everybody come see. Story time with Paw B. Yeah. All right, here we are. The music has been queued up, the music has been played, and it's time for us to tell tonight's story with Story Time with Paw B. There was this grandfather walking along the California coastline early one morning with his granddaughter. And as they were walking along the edge of the beach was covered in these round little things that looked like they were fish, but they were round. And his granddaughter said to him, "What are those things, Granddad?" He reaches down, he picks up one, and he throws it in the water. He says, "Those are sand dollars." And he picks up another one and throws it in the water. And if he says, if they don't get back in the water, the sun is going to scorch them and they'll die. And he picks up another one and throws that in the water. And if we put them in the water, they'll be able to live. And he picks up another sand dollar and throws it in the water. And she says, "Granddad, there's so many of them. What difference is it going to make?" And he smiles and he reaches down, he picks up another one and throws that in the water. He says, "For that one, it makes all the difference in the world. For that one." So, the point of the story is even if you can't save everyone or all the sand dollars, for the one that you do save, it makes all the difference in the world. For the one that you do help, it makes all the difference in the world. There are so many times in our lives that we can just speak a kind word or an encouraging word, and that word makes all the difference in the world. In your life, there'll be times when you get a chance to reach down and pick up a sand dollar and throw it in the water and save that sand dollar. There have been times when folks have reached down and picked you up and saved you as well. Reach down and pick up another sand dollar, and for that one, it makes all the difference in the world. Again, my name is Brian K McNeill, aka Paw B. These stories aren't long, but I'm hopeful that they're helpful to you. I encourage parents to share these stories with children. I encourage people that are watching this on YouTube to subscribe to the page and share these stories. Consider it your bedtime story for tonight. The story of the grandfather and the sand dollars on the beach. I know you guys say you're just getting started before I leave, but that's not the point of how long story time is. The point is that the point is made. You have a beautiful rest of your evening. Thank you.